how I got into comedy and how I drew a logo before I had an act.
How did you get your start? I mean, like,
it really was, in the college. And I was in my dorm room and I drew a carrot top, like a logo. And my friends, what's that? I said, it's my logo. For what? I said, when I become a comedian. And he's like, you don't have an act. I said, no, but I have a logo. Well, that's the most important thing because the logo is... And so, I was like...
So you were always more business-minded?
I had a degree in marketing, but I was always thinking the bigger picture than I was thinking, actually, it's not a joke. I said, I have a logo. That's just fucking awesome. Who needs an act? I have a logo. Yeah. So then I had to come up with the act, which I'm still working on. But it was fun just kind of thinking that big thing, like, I need a Rolling Stones has the tongue. I need to have something...
Yeah. Yeah, well, I saw somehow there was like a loose frisbee in the lobby with the logo on the way in. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So, but your favorite comic is George Carlin. So he's such a different.
Oh, I know, isn't that
comic.
great?
But see, my favorite is Chris Rock, and and most of what I do, I'm known for. I have this thing building where it's like it's a clean comedy circuit, but it's not lame, I promise. But anyway, the thing is, like, I love dirty jokes. Like the funniest thing tonight, I was dying was the Walker with Hugh Hefner.
Oh, yeah, nice, yeah.
But anyway, what I was going to say is, like, I understand. It's a weird thing that sometimes our favorite comics are the complete opposite of what we do, right?
I know, absolutely.
Yeah, why do you think that is? What was it for you?
I don't know, but if you actually studied, like, if you went and like watched it over again, which I don't want you to have to do that again, but if you ever slowed it down and watched it tonight, you would see the Carlin influence as far as timing, not the kind of material.
Oh.
But I picked up the timing from him, and people always say to me, "That's weird." Like, I do this thing. I can't do it now, but I do it all the time. I do it every night, and my friends, my parents and friends will know it. But so you always do a gesture over to you always look over and you're talking to the thing, and I do over here and I do that. But there's no one over there. But I do, like, it's Carson talking to what's his name? You always had that little safety net.
Yeah.
And I look over, there's no even fucking over there, but I don't know why I do it. And I do it all the time, and it makes me, and I'm feeding off the energy of just a fucking wall. But I like, it's just and Carlin always does these face expression sound effects, and I always do all these weird things.
Yeah.
But I picked up timing from him. He reminded me of my father, because my father looks like him, it sounded like him. He was cranky and ornery. And so I feel like sometimes when I'm telling certain jokes, or even my posture, I have this weird posture. I kind of stand like I have horrible posture. So when I watch my playback of me on like the Tonight Show with Jay, I'm literally walking like this. I look like an old man. And my friend's like, "What the fuck? What are you?" I said, "I don't know. I don't realize until I watch it back, and I just stand up straight." So it's kind of a comedy, kind of everything, kind of cadence, and I don't know. There's a weird. Thing you kind of pick up from all Jonathan Winters and all these people that Don Rickles, and they go into this whole, and every comic has this little, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we learned that from watching. Chris Rock, you said, I love, and I've been with friends for him forever, and he's
cool.
he's so nice.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, he's always like, "Top." He always calls me Top.
Yeah.
Fucking Top. And one time we were doing something, he said, "You motherfucking Carrot Top." And I said, I just saw him not long ago, the last two were here. "Motherfucking Carrot Top." And I said, "Oh, what, okay, how are you?" He's like, "What's that like to be motherfucking Carrot Top?" I said, "You're fucking Chris Rock." He's like, "But you're fucking Carrot Top. You're like, he's great. And I always said the same thing. "Okay, really?" He's like, "No, seriously." We had this one-on-one. He's like, "No, he really likes what I do, and he really likes me." And I always thought that was funny, because I wouldn't think that he would like me. You know what I mean? Like when I saw Carlin, and George Carlin came to me and said, "I fucking love." I did this. It was the phone, and I'll never forget this. I was in an airport in Philadelphia, and George Carlin just happened to be walking through the airport, and I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "Hey, George," and he's Carrot Top, and I said. We had this. It was the weirdest thing. I had one-on-one. I've done it since then. Before we had a lot of, but this is the first time we had a conversation. Yeah. And I said, "Wow, oh my god!" And he's like, let me tell you something. Your shit, I fucking love." He liked the asthma thing, because that was an old one, and he liked this phone I did. It was the one I closed like every show for 10 years, probably my closer. It was a paper cups and string telephone. And I said, remember the paper cup string phone? I said, we need a new one. We need to update this version for today's world. This is going back 20 years. Yeah. I said, we need one for today's world. You remember, you say, hello, what's going on? Not much. And he had call waiting, and another cup came out. And then another cup for conference calling and whatever. And he said, that's fucking so... He was just great. He's right in the middle of the airplane. That's fucking clever and funny and fucking smart. Fucking conference calling. I got another call. I'll call you right back. And I go, yeah. He's like... And then I added the conference, and then I had the call forwarding, and then I had a clear cut for caller ID. I know it's you. Pick up. I can see you. And he was like, that's fucking... It was great. And I never forget that. I got in the plane, and I was like... George Carlin just told me that I was fucking funny. I was like, I can retire now.
That's great, yeah.
It was a surreal moment.
What about, okay, so then how did Vegas come about? Because it seems like it's an interesting thing that, because only a few people can be like legends in Vegas, but it's a whole other world than the rest of the comedy world in a way, if that makes any sense. You know, I'm just wondering, like, how did you know this is the move to make?
Well, I didn't know, and I still don't know. I don't even know how. I know how it happened, but I'm not sure. I don't know how we've gotten to this place.
Yeah.
Meaning I've gotten to do it this long, and people actually. Yeah. People say that you're like a Vegas guy, and which is funny because I'm not really. I don't consider myself a Vegas guy because when I go on the road, like people I say, people only know you in Vegas probably. I said no, I go to Chicago. They're like, yeah. But they think you're like a Vegas celebrity. I'm like, well, I'm here every night, so I consider myself a Vegas guy. But I'll tell you how it happened. I was doing Regis and Kathy Lee. This is like 1992 or 1. I'd done the show. I had never done the show before, and I did really well when I came off. And I was in the green room, and some guy walked over and said, "Wow, that was fucking great. Where are you from?" And I said, "I live in Charlotte." He said, "North Carolina?" I said, "You must do well in Vegas." I said, "I've never played Vegas." He says, "Oh, get out of here." And I said, "No. You never played Vegas?" I said, "No." He said, "Would you want to play Vegas?" And I said, "I don't know." He's like, "If I could get you a gig, would you play Vegas?" And I said, "Sure." And it was Kathy Lee Gifford's manager. Huh. And he got me into Bally's and called them, and that's where Kathy Lee played with Regis, and they sang. And he got me a gig, and I did the comedy club, and then the very next weekend they put me in the big fucking showroom. And that's when first time I ever went. And I went to the stage, and it was like hundreds of feet of stage. Now we're all used to, comics. We're in a club and there's this carpet. You stand there in a box, but there's like 500,000 fucking. It's like a football field they had to fill. So I went to Walmart and I bought tables and tapestries and lava lamps and rugs and a couch just to fill the stage because I felt like my one little trunk. It looked stupid.
Yeah.
Long story short, I did that, and then all of a sudden, I was there for, I don't know how many times I played there, and then the MGM said, we're going to move you to the MGM. And I went to the MGM, we're in Copperfield just now, but we were there for 10 years, and then here we are for 13 years. I don't know how, but that's where it all started. He's like, if I can get you a gig in Vegas, will you do it? And I said, well, I guess, I don't know. And I was terrified when I came. I hated it the first time. The stage was so big, and the crowd was so far away, and you weren't. It wasn't that comfort of a comedy club where you're, smoke filled. You can actually heckling, and you talk to them and smoke tables. It was like booths, people sitting, and like sleeping, everything. And so it was terrifying. And I remember thinking, fuck, I used to hate Vegas. I couldn't figure out a way to. I didn't know how to work it. I didn't know how to work the room. I didn't really. I had to kind of teach myself. I played colleges, but that was different than Vegas. Colleges were a bunch of drunk college kids just screaming out, "Do more pot jokes" and shit. So it was different. So Vegas was the first real legitimate, like, wow, I'm an adult. I'm playing it to a real savvy, which sounds funny, but they are. Yeah. They are like, it's weird you think that, but Vegas is like, I always say that if you can do Vegas, you can do anywhere, because Vegas is such an eclectic grouping of people that from all over the world that also their emotions are different. They like tonight they oohed a lot. I was like, this crowd is so sensitive over a fucking joke. If you're in the comedy club, you can get away with shit. Vegas, you can't. They go ooh at any.
You would think they go more. You get away with more in Vegas
because it'd be Vegas and City and the drinking, the gambling, probably smoking. No, they're all really from the Midwest. They're like, I can't believe you said fuck. It's great. Yeah.
Well, do you have to watch that a lot? I mean,
no, you don't watch. You just kind of learn. You kind of dancing it out of it.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm just wondering, like, do you because. My friends that I'm with, they were like, well, he's pretty clean, but he's not But then you'll see some pretty funny props, and I was like, and like I said, I thought the funniest thing was the Hugh Hefner, but yeah, I mean, you do seem to, it doesn't seem like anything you would do would stick out in people's minds like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, because you pick on everybody. Like my friend just said, I love the fact that you kind of rifle on everybody. You pick on this, you pick on the gay people, you pick on the Asians, you pick on me. I pick on me.
Yeah, you got everybody.
I pick on everybody. And you know what? You're not even picking. We're just making.
Yeah.
But comedy, it's fucking comedy.
So, I mean, do you worry about the PC stuff or not?
No.
You just do what you do.
Yeah, because I don't push it that far. I don't.
And you also don't have. I mean, do you tend to have a little bit older audience than these idiots that are so wound up with it in their 20s or college age right now? I would think, like that's where the real danger of PC-ness is.
When I used to play colleges, yeah, indeed.
Oh, you had a bigger problem than anything?
No, I'm saying back then.
Oh, yeah, back then,
When I was 20, but when I played colleges, it was all not PC.
Oh, okay.
So now, like you just saying now, now everyone's having it. It's like, oh, Jesus, yeah. I don't think I never worry about that because like the show and it moves so fast. I'm picking on something, I'm moving on to something else. It's not. Yeah.
Well, do you find? I know you said you don't touch on politics that much, but it seems like that your crowd. And I'm from Arkansas, so and I went to college in Texas, so I'm from the South and the Midwest and all this. I spent years in Chicago, so I'm just saying, like, so this isn't a knock at all, but do you find that, like, this has comedy change ever, even if you're not that political? Do you find that comedy changes much with the times like within Obama years versus the Trump years, or are the audiences all pretty general for you?
Yeah, I think they were somewhat general. I think people are a little more uptight now with a lot of. I don't know. It's interesting. I think that the Trump era is people just seem to be. It's weird. Because I don't really pick a side. I just kind of go down the middle. But I find people get to be a little bit more sensitive about everything with Trump than they would have back when Obama. I used to pick Obama worse than I did Trump, and people howled. And you can't pick on Trump too much, or they get.
You mean that, like a lot of his fans come through, or people just even though
sometimes they did some joke. I don't know. Only a couple times ever I did. It wasn't even like I said. You saw the show tonight. It wasn't even a rip on Trump. It was just a Trump reference. Yeah. And some guys, hey, fucking take it easy, yelled out. I didn't even say anything. I was like, dude, I didn't make a Trump joke. I just said Trump. I think it's fake. I said it was like fake news, fake news, fake boobs.
Yeah.
I did this whole kind of an impression of fake boobs, fake jizz. And they're like, whoa. And I said, what the fuck? They take it easy. So that's why I still apologize. I don't get it. I no one wants to hear my fucking politics. Go see a political comic. Go see Bill Maher. Go see Dennis Miller.
Yeah.
They want to see dildos and walkers and shit. So that's what I do.
Okay.
I gotta keep it simple.
That might actually be the perfect end quote there. So,
that's good. That would be good. Yeah.
Well, actually, no. I do want to ask though. Also, I was fascinated by that. Is the best end quote. And it's like, damn it.
I even like that myself.
Okay, well, I'll use it in your. I'll send it back to you.
Griffith, go see Bill Maher. You want to see me? Character, I would see dildos and walkers.
That'll be your new. Your new.
I'm not saying hi. I'm just saying hi.
Yeah, is that a really gay hi?
That'll be your new poster tagline or whatever. Yeah, if you want to see dildos on walkers, it comes in here. No, but I was going to say also your warehouse. I read about that in Esquire. Yeah. So if I ever come back here, please, I got to see this.
Yeah, it's great.
Like how many props do you have in this thing?
Thousands.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
No, it's like a Home Depot of shit of all my all the Clinton stuff and Obama stuff and not just that, just old shit from everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, like how many do you think you have in there now?
Oh God,
do you have it all cataloged, like computerized?
I wish I did. In fact, Copfield's a friend of mine, so he says to me, "Hey, come, I want to see my warehouse." But I didn't realize this warehouse to him is not a warehouse; it's a museum. So I go to it and I'm like, holy shit! It's like Houdini's, but it's all. If you walk you through it, it's like when you go to the shows where they have and then 1965, right? I'm like, well, this isn't a warehouse. This is a fucking museum. He's like, well, yeah. I said, no, mine's a warehouse. Mine's like shit, piles of shit. And I say, I think there's a baby with a fucking, a tennis racket and a rubber chicken. I know it's in here somewhere, but that's mine. His is like I mean, numbered and organized, and people walk you through, and it's all narrated, and this is Houdini's da-da-da.
You mean if people can see this, or is it his own private thing?
You have to be to get invited. You got to be
Oh, but he's invited, yet he has his own
yeah.
formal museum.
Oh yeah,
That's kind of weird.
It's unreal.